Unfiltered by two. Hi, Jay. Welcome back to another, I would say, another episode of Unfiltered by two. By the time we are recording this, guy, is 30th December already. So time do move fast. Time do move fast. And it's kind of scary that we're almost at the end of the year already. How do you feel?
I didn't even notice that this is the second last day of 2025. I woke up and then it was, today is 30th December. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my
Like
God.
already? Already? So today we're gonna be talking about the title would be how was your 2025? So we're gonna be talking about, our expectations and reality or whatever that we I would say we encountered and experienced in our 2025, as well as the real stuff, the honest stuff, not the ones that you show to Instagram reel or like your TikTok videos, the honest, the harsh reality, because then again, we are unfiltered by two. The unfiltered thoughts, unfiltered things that people don't really show. That's what we are about. Okay. So, Jai, let's start with the lo and behold question. How was your 2025?
I would say my 2025 is rewarding.
Okay, that's a word to describe the year. For me, I would say 2025 is challenging. I think that's the best way to put it. So, at the start of the year, right? Everyone had goals, new habits, new routines, new versions of ourselves, right? And then, guess what? Life happened. Some plans worked, some plans didn't, some plans just changed its shape already. And then some plans just like, you want to go straight. But like that plan was like, oh, zigzag, zigzag, and then like you turn also, and then you sampai to your goal. So it took longer for you to reach the goal that you wanted, but you eventually do. For you, right? What was like some of your resolution goals and what are the reality that happened? Like for me, one of them, like I wanted to, this is the simplest one. I feel like everyone can relate to this. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to lose weight. And I feel like most of people can relate to this. Though at the end of the day, I did lose my fat and gain some muscle. I didn't lose weight. Like the scale didn't really move, but my body shape is better now and my strength overall is good. Budak dah masuk gym. We went to gym already. So but oh my god, at the start of the year, it was very, very stressful. I don't know if you remember, like the start of the year is where we were looking for internship places,
Yeah.
and thesis and final year project was very, very stressful. And when you are stressed out, you eat. That's what thing I
Oh,
do.
yeah, yeah.
And it shows on your face. Like my
Yeah.
face was super puffy, like it was very, very stressful.
Yeah. And
And then
didn't help that Penang has so many good food.
exactly, and good food also, and I would say somewhat cheaper than KL.
Yes.
So I could eat, like I would be sometimes I lupa nak makan and then I would eat later in the day
Oh my
and
God.
it was very bad. It was very, very bad. And then sleep schedule, let's just not talk about it. I don't have a schedule. I freestyle. I freestyle my sleep. And it was very stressful. And then I got internship and it was like a new, I would say, perspective. Something super new to me. I never expected stuff like to be like that, how things work and all that. Though I have some good moments, I would not lie and say there was no bad moments. There was, very challenging moments where I really questioned myself, like, damn. Like I remember like calling you like, Jay, what is this? Like what is this? Help me. And that made me gain more weight because when you work in a I would say production setting, you eat a lot. They
Yep.
eat a lot because we do a lot of stuff and you eat in the morning, you eat during lunch, and then you have some snacks some more and then dinner and then sometimes like supper.
Yeah.
So and they will make sure you eat.
Yes.
If you don't eat, they will push you to eat.
Yes. That's the benefit of working in a production setting. You never starve in a production house.
And then like a free flow of snacks. And one thing about me, if you know already, I love snacking. Sometimes I don't like eating, but I love snacking. Memang mengunyah je lah.
Memang lah.
I will always be munching all the time, and then you expect me to lose weight some more. Cannot. And then after that, I finally after the whole production and internship, I had that some free time before I really find okay what I want to do and all that. And I finally found a schedule, right? Okay, during internship, my sleep schedule, alhamdulillah, fixed already. So that helped lah. That helped me losing weight. And then finally I have the time to really go to gym, start doing something. And like I said, my goal is just to lose weight. I didn't expect to have all these challenges in front of me. And my expectation is okay lah, makan kurang and then I lose weight. Suddenly got snack free flow lah. Suddenly got stress lah. And then but at the end of the day, I managed to lose some of the weight. Not as much as I would want to, but I did. So that's one of the resolution I had. And the expectation was to just lose weight. It's easy one. Reality, so many challenges. But what about you? Like, what are some of I would say maybe deeper than mine resolution that you had, and what were the reality of it?
I mean, when I was in January this year, my resolution was just, I want to get through this year, just survive.
Yeah.
Because, right, I had a little bit of a twist and turns in my new life lah. So it's like when you guys were busy searching for internship in the maybe in January and stuff, right? Still rushing here and there. You remember how I was like, it's okay, you guys just focus on everything you guys have to do. Just leave the final project, anything if you guys can handle, I will handle it. It's okay. I will take care of that. Because I was thinking that because I had a pretty bad 2024. So luckily I regained my life back and I was thinking that let me just enjoy my life and do whatever I'm doing to the best and just survive. I don't know how, but somehow I will.
Okay.
And
And then what's the reality of it?
yeah, the reality is that I do survive. I did survive, but it's just I kind of expect it to be a little bit hard. Like maybe some hardships are inevitable, but I didn't expect it to be this enjoyable year for me. I'm lucky, I'm fortunate because I had a pretty bad year last year. So this year turns out to be enjoyable. So I am grateful.
Yeah, that's good. Actually, something fresh. A lot of people be saying 2025 was the toughest year. I lost a part of myself. I'm not making fun of them, but I can relate, But it's very hard to have a good year. And I'm glad that you had one. So I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Course. And then, okay, let me say one more of my resolution and then you say one and then we can go to talk about the hard lessons. I would say another 2025 resolution would be I wanted to be able to not cry so much.
Oh no, this is impossible for us. You are sensual. You are you're sensational in some sense.
I'm a very sensitive, soft-hearted person. Though my outside look very garang, very, very strong.
Yeah.
But I'm a very sensitive person, and
Alright, so
it's just even even when I get angry, I also cry.
yeah.
Even when I get sad, I cry. I get happy, I cry also.
Yeah. You'll see other people cry, you cry.
I see other people getting scolded, I also cry.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very, I would say, sensitive. But the reason why I had that resolution, Jai, is because before this, the years before, I was very strong. I had this very hard shell that I don't really I only cry alone. I don't cry in front of people. And I don't really cry often. So back then I usually if I'm angry, I sleep. Back then my coping mechanism was sleep because I don't like crying. Because for me, back then I have this mindset of oh, crying is a weak moment and you don't want people to see you being weak a lot of time. Because people will have this mindset that you are weak. But that was such a, for me, quote unquote, stupid perspective to see that because I am labeling a sensitivity or an emotion as negative, right? And before this, we also spoke about, how we shouldn't really label emotions as bad or good. Basically, yeah, I didn't want to become a softie, but did I reach that goal? Obviously not. That goal already shifted into something else. What did it shifted to? Into a realization that this is who I am.
You are.
This is, yeah, I am a softie. No matter what people say, no matter what I do, at the end of the day, this is who I am now.
Yeah.
I'm no longer that person 5 years ago. I'm no longer that person who thinks that being sad is wrong or like crying, not being sad. I'm not sad all the time. Sometimes I cry when I'm happy also.
Yeah.
Crying is bad. It's just because I'm a softie, I don't like overwhelmed. Being overwhelmed or like flooded with this emotion. And one of the natural way to
Let it go.
release this overload of emotions is to by crying.
Yep.
And that is very human. And this is who I am. And it makes me realize that all these years, right? Though I was like, I had this hard shell, I didn't cry as much. That was not me. I just pushed myself down, hide myself, and not be so comfortable with who I am. Because I think, okay, that's not good, right? But once I'm more comfortable with myself, then I feel like, okay, you know what? This is who I am. I am actually a softie. And if people don't like that, go away lah.
Yeah lah.
If I cry when I get angry and you cannot deal with that, then it's not my fault lah.
Yeah lah.
Okay. So did that goal reach its end point? No, but it shifted into something completely different, and it made me realize that the reality is you can be soft, you can be sensitive in this very, very hard life, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be a softie. Guys out there, if guys are listening, if you are a softie, it's okay to be soft. What about you? One more resolution before we move on to like the hard lessons.
My resolution is kind of similar to yours just now actually, because I told myself when this year started, I want to like live more in a emotion or something, like in a belief that I don't want to upset myself anymore, like internally. That before this I was also quite kind of suppressing my own emotions until it kind of bottled up into something that kind of crushed me down. So after some stuff that I've been through, then I thought that I should have like, just be open to my own emotions. Like if I'm angry of something, then just be angry je lah. Because like
Yeah.
I used to be the kind that thinks that, okay, I'm angry to this person, but if I lash out my emotions to them, it will cause harm to whatever situation is going on, like whatever things we're working on and stuff. So I choose to like deal with that thing like a robot. I put my logical self, my objective self so in the front until I suppress my own emotions. I become numb on emotions, but I didn't realize that I was only suppressing everything down there until it blows up. So yeah,
I see.
yeah. So I had the resolution that I want to like be more open to myself and my emotions. And yeah, I think I did a little, like, not to say that I completely reached the resolution, but it's like I had progress. Yeah, like before this.
Like might not be there, but there's some
Yeah, there's
progress lah.
some progress are like before this, like if I am dealing with someone like, like socially, like as a classmate or something, right? I will just like maybe deal with everything with a smile. But after that, I realized that okay, memang ada orang, there is really people that you have to block in your context. If not, you will
Yep.
if you be stalked, you will be stalked, you will be harassed. Like it doesn't count as harassment, but if it annoys you and stuff, if it's making you feel uncomfortable, that is something, right? So I realized that okay, I have to block this person. Yeah, that's just a
Yeah,
example lah.
if it's something that is costing you your peace of
Yep.
mind, it is too expensive.
Yep.
That is one thing I learned lah. Like if it's costing your peace of mind, it's too expensive, let it go.
Yeah.
Nothing in this world is the same cost as your peace of mind.
Yeah.
Like if something is costing your peace of mind, let it
Let
go.
it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Campak je.
So, campak je, baling je. Okay, so let's move on to like the hard lessons, right? Like 2025 challenge people, no matter how good the ending is or how bad the ending is. Let's be real. Every year challenges us. Every year will shape us into a new version of ourselves. That if let's say we talk to ourselves from like 2022, if like you can see yourself from 2022 and you talk about what happened, your 2022 self will be like, oh my God, really?
Yeah.
My God, actually, So emotionally, mentally, sometimes even spiritually, like you lost some people in your life, or you realize some connections are not healthy anymore, or you realize that some people have changed into like or adapt a new personality that it doesn't really align with you, but you still keep those people because
Yep.
they're not affecting you as much. Or like sometimes you realize that you have stayed for too long. You're so scared to leave and all that. Those heavy lessons that you have to let go, but it made you, how to say, like in a way, you think about like planting a new tree lah.
Yep.
Now you let go of like those bad stuff, and then like you see this is too little. Let me plant a new one, right? I would say for me, one of the hard lessons would be, like I said earlier, it's if it's costing your peace of mind, it's too expensive.
Yep.
For me, because I'm a softie, right? I always try to, especially in relationships, I always try to stay. I would
Oh.
be there for you. I would stay there for you because of love, right? And because I have this back then, I have this mindset of like, not everyone is perfect. Not every relationship is perfect. So
Mm.
you're gonna have to stay there through the thick and thins, like bad or good and all that. But I have to realize that if it's taking my peace of mind, if it's taking away my sense of self, it is not good. But for me, it took me 2 years to realize that. So I don't know if you know already. Like I was in a long term relationship for the first 2 years of our uni life.
Yeah. Huh?
But basically we broke up on December 2024. Right?
Oh.
And then 2025, start of a new year, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm fine. I'm single. I'm happy.
We owe you
And then
a single party.
I don't really talk about my relationships to you guys because, for me, it's just like something very personal. Yeah. Right. And then in January also, I found someone. I got into like a talking stage and, got into a relationship. It was a very quick, transition. And I usually don't do that. I usually just don't jump from one relationship to another. But at this point in life, the relationship that I had before for 2 years was very draining.
Mm.
Sometimes I feel like I cannot breathe. I have to constantly call, inform. I felt like in the best way possible to describe this, for the lack of better words, I felt like a bird in a cage. In 2025, life brought me this man to help me realize that this is how relationships should be. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
if I like, he allowed me to be myself. He allowed me to have fun. He allowed me to, which is the bare minimum actually, letting your partner having their own life, spend time with family, spend time with friends, and having
Yeah.
both of your time together and all that. It was very, I literally said to my dad, I feel like I could breathe. I could breathe. And my dad's like, what do you mean? I'm like, the 2 years I've been like, Sabah, I've been very patient and all that. And he would change for 1 or 2 days only. And then he would go back, right? And it was very suffocating as a person to see that and just wishing, begging for someone to change. And guys, please, if you guys are listening to this, never beg someone to change.
Yep. Just
Because
find
if they want to change, they will change. Yep. So it took me too long because for me, I'm like, you know what? I have to be there for him, Change is very hard. Kepala otak you bara. So,
Oh my.
like, I always do kepala otak you bara. When I think about it, like, bro, why? Why? But like 2025, found this man, very happy, very good. He let me realize some of like my traits that are not so good. Like sometimes like when I'm angry, right? I don't want to talk. I need time.
Yeah.
I was sometimes like I was just like I don't want to talk at all.
Yeah.
And then he would be there. One thing is he is very emotionally intelligent, and he would tell me to like stay. We don't have to talk. Just stay there. Calm yourself down. You would tell me when you want to. Right? So I just stay there. I don't talk and whatnot. But if I want to go at any moment given, go. It's fine. 'Cause sometimes people need to release their anger, right? And then he would give me time. And then once I want to talk, I will talk. And one thing about him is he would listen from A to Z, every single detail. And then he would like, balas, he would like explain from A to Z, every single detail. And then you know, now we as women, I mean, maybe not you lah. I as woman, sometimes I marah sebab you are not getting my point, you know? When he is explaining, let's say he's explaining A, right? And I'm like, ayo, no, not like this, because you know? And then he's like, okay, do you want to still tell me? Or do you want me to let me speak? I say, no, you listen. He would listen again, you know. Like, even with my angry tone, even when I'm like super angry, he would listen again. He would listen and he would like, okay, are you done with like explaining? Let me explain first. Let me explain fully and then we can talk. And then one thing that he made me realize is this is with any relationship, guys. Relationship, love, friendship, whatever. If you have a disagreement, it's both of you versus the problem, not you versus him
Yep.
or yeah. Yeah, it's not
a
a fight there. It's not like WWE ding ding ding, you know. It's you guys trying to solve the issue, the puzzle. So no matter how angry I was at that time, also like if one is fire, another one become water. Don't like one is fire, another one become diesel fuel. Yeah, like one thing about him is he really let me realize that one, it's not wrong to be angry. Two, when you are arguing or whatever, take your time, talk it out. Obviously, sometimes like dua-dua jadi api, right? Both of them become api. So what you guys do is you guys cool off first. Whoever cools off first, whoever is willing to be the water first, that's fine.
Yeah.
But no argument can be settled when both is fire lah, or one is fire and one is diesel. So that really helped me realize a lot about myself, a lot about, in a sense, relationship, what it shouldn't be, you know, what I shouldn't tolerate, and just being able to basically have that extension of your happiness, not a completion, you know. So, and this can be applied in every relationship in your life, friendship, companionship, familyship. But that's one of the hard lessons is for me to realize that a lot of the stuff that happened to me is something that I put myself there and I enjoyed it because of this feeling called love, or like, you know, patience. So the hard lesson for me is you want to be patient, okay, but you don't be patient until you kena pijak-pijak lah.
Yeah.
And know when you are gonna pijak-pijak. Even like, it's like, even if you say you love that person, right? Sometimes even the person that you love can pijak-pijak you.
Yeah.
So don't let that happen. So that's one of the, I would say, one of the very hard lesson that I got to learn. So what about you?
For me, it's also kind of similar because it's in human relationships, but it's not like, romantic relationship. It's about friendship. I only realized this around like October. I mean, like, it was a problem that has existed for a long time already. Like, me and this person, we know each other since primary school. I mean, like, we have a friend group that we all know each other like since primary school lah. Then we be like, okay lah, all friend like until now. Like, not until now, until like last year an incident happened. Only at that time we realized that this certain person is really not a good friend. More harshly speaking, we shouldn't even consider her friend at all, because like that person apparently left another friend from the group sick in front of her eye, and she just let the person suffer like that.
Oh.
And I mean,
Wow.
the context is that we were on an outing lah. We were on an outing, like a friend outing. Friend outing kan. If someone was very uncomfortable, that person who was sick, right? He was basically having a very bad migraine. Like, he was really suffering lah. Like, he was like, oh, like that. He cannot sit straight already, and he was like that for quite some time. But that person that we kind of unfriended, she just let him be. And
Oh.
I mean, like, I try to, because that outing was just us few, like the person and the sick person and another friend and me. This is four. So I actually suggested, like, because the person we unfriended lah, let's just call her A lah. I suggested A to, like, let's cut this trip short, because we were in an outing at Poriksana, and let's just cut this trip short because B is sick, right? He's very uncomfortable. Let's just cut this trip short and we can come here next time. But apparently A said that, but I still wanted to stay. Something like that lah. And I'd be like, okay, but B is very uncomfortable. He is having a great migraine. Like sampai dia muntah dah until he was vomiting.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I had some Panadol at that time lah, so I gave him like he downed like 2 Panadols in 2 hours, like 2 Panadol Active Fast in 2 hours. Overdose already kind of. He's still like very bad migraine, and I was like, let's just cut this too short and maybe let's just send him to clinic or something. But B at that time he felt guilty lah because he felt like this is a friend outing, right? But because of him, like maybe the trip isn't pleasant anymore. But for me, all I care was just that, bro, it's a friend outing. It's okay. Because we're friends, right? We should have looked after each other and stuff. So I suggested that let's just cut this trip short. But A was like, I want to stay. And apparently that day we only have one car, and that was A's car because A initiated the outing. And I was like, damn. So until that, I suggested another suggestion, which I said, okay, we are at Borixon, right? It's just an hour drive from our home. So if you are very wanting to stay here, what if I let C, the other guy, like the other person, stay here with you while I drive B back home to clean or whatever, and then I come back to you guys. And then A agreed immediately. I was like,
Huh.
wow, that opened my mind to this person like
Yeah.
immediately, because like before this, I was the kind of kid back in middle school that, oh, everyone is my friend. I will be kind to everybody. So everybody will be kind to me as well, because like we're all kids, right? So I intentionally overlooked many red flags because for me, everything is okay as long as we are all okay. And until this incident, I was at the breaking point.
Faham.
For context, this incident happened back in September 2024. But it also took me a year to completely realize that I shouldn't have continued to stay with this person because it is very mentally draining. Because like it is not only draining mentally, it's also draining, like, I poured my heart in this friendship, and your reactions tell me that you didn't even cherish this. Because like after this incident, right, last month, from another friend who had the chance to talk to her about this incident that they heard from us. And that friend told us that actually, you know what? A is aware of what happened. A is aware of what happened that day, but she didn't expect you guys to be mad at her because of that. And I was like, wow, okay, we are not in the same channel of mindset, maybe. So I think it's the sign for us to part, Okay, bye.
Orang tiba-tiba seorang astro.
Tak boleh lah. I ni TV ke? You ni apa, Netflix ke? I tak boleh.
Seorang Netflix, seorang view.
I tak boleh lah. Okay, I macam, okay, enough, bye. That's it. Yeah, that's the hard lesson I learned is that no matter how long that you stay, no matter how much red flags you ignored, a red flag is a red flag.
Okay, that's very good. A red flag is a red flag. Jangan tiba-tiba you colorblind.
Yeah.
I see green pula. Itu satu masalah. Or like suddenly you say, oh, red is my favorite color.
Kendo, takut.
But that's awesome. Damn. Okay. That's another part of 2025 that, let's be real, no one expected that to happen, right? No one expected for you to realize a red flag in someone that you know and that really made you feel like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on to like a simpler part of the podcast, I would say. Let's talk about the quiet wins. So like stuff that is very, very small, but you got to experience or that happened in your life. But the catch is you have to describe it in one sentence only.
Wow.
For me, I would say, ooh, susah juga This is very hard. Why did I do this?
You dig a grave for yourself.
Okay, I got it. For me, it's heal quietly and surviving is enough and it's already a win. Okay, you pula.
Okay, for me,
Take your time. You're not in rush.
what was the question again?
Question is, what is the quiet wins, like the small stuff that you got in your life, right? But you have to describe it in one sentence. So for me, like I got to heal myself, and I survived, though it was very, very challenging year. So I said heal quietly as surviving is already enough and a win.
Okay. Then for me, I would say learn to enjoy life no matter what.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that's very true because like sometimes like the small stuff, you don't really tell to people.
Yeah.
Like, you don't tell people like I just got out of a very toxic relationship and I found someone. I don't really tell people. I don't even tell you guys, right? But it's a small win for me because I got to heal myself. I got to find myself. I got to breathe again, like I said, right?
Yeah.
And I would say I got to achieve those very small stuff that I never expected to achieve. Like, I still cannot believe that I got to finish my thesis,
Oh,
do my Viva, do my FYP, like submit FYP, and also do remember the night
yeah.
that we did in the one Budaya? All that in like 2 weeks or 1 week plus.
Yeah. That's
I feel like,
crazy.
whoa. And then like I got internship placement. Next week also I already moved to KL. Somehow I've got to find a rent place to rent, move to KL and then
Yeah.
started my internship. It's amazing, like those small little wins that that usually overlook, right? People don't consider finding a place as a win, but for me it's a win. Yeah, you're progressing to a new chapter, a new episode, I would say. Like I usually see life now as like season 1,
Yeah.
season 2, season 25, and then like, each month is like a new episode and it's crazy. Like the small stuff gets overlooked and people say like, oh my god, 2025 is so tough. Like yes, it's tough life, but obviously we have the small winnings
Yeah.
that should be celebrated.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so we have talked about 2025 as we are progressing to 2026, right? I don't want to ask you for your New Year's resolution. Lah. That's very old. There's already 2026. But I want you to give me one sentence. Oh my God, it's going to be very hard for me also. But one sentence where you would hope to have throughout your 2026 or something that you would hold on to yourself for throughout the 2026. For me, I don't want to be someone new. Lah. That's very cliche bit. But for me, I want to be, this is very hard. Again, why do I do this? Let me think.
Mm.
I want to be more honest with myself. I don't want to lie to myself and say, if it hurts, it hurts, If it's something that makes me angry, it makes me angry. Lah.
Mm.
And if it's something that I don't like, I need to be able to know that why I don't like it.
Mm.
Is it because of how, like, if I dislike that thing happening to me, or do I just don't want to be in that situation? Let's say that I see someone juggling with work and life balance. I don't like that, right? Do I not like it because I don't have it? Do I not like it because I don't want that to happen to me? Or I just simply don't like it because of that person? So I want to be more honest, but more transparent with life. That's for me lah. What about you?
For me, I would say I hope that I will continue to learn and enjoy in 2026. Because for me, like, I don't know if it's only me, like, but having a bad year before this made me realize that it's kind of like opening a window in front of my eye, like
Yeah.
when I look at this world is like, wow, bling bling, sparkling, sparkling, very colorful already. I was like, okay. So I would just want to like, because now I'm also progressing to a new chapter. I found a job, it's permanent.
Yeah.
I will not starve, I'm not a jealous person. Okay, so because I'm not sure what challenges I will meet in the new year. So I hope that no matter what it is, that I will, of course, it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna be sad, whatever, when there are challenges. But I hope that every moment that I will meet, where I will face, will teach me something, and I would enjoy the moment in terms of like not enjoy. Like if sad also enjoy is kind of crazy, right? It's like I would want to like be in the present. Yeah, be in the present.
Yeah.
That's
Be in
it.
the present. That's such a good thing, So let's all be kind to ourselves for
Yep.
2026.
Yeah.
Right? So to anyone listening, how was your 2025? We shared our 2025. Like basically it's like Spotify rap, but like
Yep.
our
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 version.
2025
Our
rap,
version.
our version. So whatever it is, however tough it was, we made it through.
Yep.
You made it through. I made it through.
We are alive. We are alive. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's say even if like you're crawling in this, life, like if we will say like, what's your life status right now? What's your life status? And yeah, if you can describe it in an emoji, some people are like standing, some people are running, some people are walking, some people are crawling,
Just
some people are
surviving.
sitting still. But whatever it is, you made it to almost the end already. So whatever it is, I hope 2026 would help us, would open our eyes to something new, would help us grow and bloom into a person that we need to be in order to achieve our goals in life. So that is all for tonight on the episode of How Was Your 2025
Yay.
by Unfiltered by 2. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Farah. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Unfiltered by 2. No edits, no filters, just us. If you're into real talk with zero sugarcoating, hit that follow, like, and share with your friends. We'll see you soon for more unfiltered energy.